I'm just trying to figure out a way I could get it to do that. It won't. It's no use. Oh, wait. Looks like there might be a way. Does this corner stuff. Okay, it's not doing what I want it to do, so fine. And don't forget that the iPhone 4 only has iOS 7, so I'm limited to what I can really do. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the image on the right. If you can read that, it might look kind of blue, but this is the top result for Star Pharma. Maybe a little bit blurry. May not clear up to the point where you can read it. You see that top result there for Star Pharma? May not be able to. Alright. Well, I know it's really small text. Let me try to zoom it in and see if it shows up better. Oh god. Forget it. Now it's just doing weird crap on me. Alright. So, there's not really much to discuss with Viva Gel. It's gonna show up mirror flipped right now. Yes, it's showing up backwards. Okay, I'm not gonna, like, do the mirror flip thing for this. Old standard web page, it was this result right here for Viva Gel. If you Google it, you can do your own research on Viva Gel. What it does is it kills HIV. It says that it's not supposedly 100%, but it has it's like Astrodim or so Astro. It has like a drimmer, some word that starts with an A, but it's some type of sodium, and they put like 0.5% in it, and it like kills HIV. It supposedly kills HIV and other common STDs, including HPV. Now that's the one that really worries me, HPV, because more people get tested for HIV than HPV. I read in one of my books I bought for sample for Kindle that a lot of times when people go in the STD clinic and get tested, that they don't really test for HPV, human papillomavirus. They test for HIV. HIV is the one that gets more commonly tested for. And my teacher said that herpes and HPV are like spreading like wildfire among my age group because they don't really get commonly tested for like HIV does. Well, everybody's worried about HIV, and like the herpes and the HPV are spreading and spreading and spreading and spreading. Well, anyhow, I'm just gonna if you go under Google News, there are several news articles for Viva Gel. Okay. Still looking for a mirror image without. I just don't see any right now. They're just plain. Okay, I see this one called Snap Flip. I'm gonna try that. But anyhow, there's so many articles about Viva Gel. Some of the biggest ones I found were Huffington Post and Ask Men have already published articles about Viva Gel. Um, it said Viva Gel coated condom kills STD with antiviral lubricant. So it's in the lubricant. I gotta wrap this up because I want to talk about defense soap. It's on mostly Australian stuff because it's available in Australia, but it's not available in the U.S. And I mean that because I tried ordering it online from so I didn't actually put in an order, but I looked at that and then I saw their shipping policy and they will not ship outside of Australia. The same thing, Condom Warehouse, don't even try it. So it won't be available to us, you know. One website predicted 2020, you know, and but it's going to take several years, and it's a shame. Probably like, you know, so don't change your existing sex habits right now. Be as careful as you always have been. Don't change you have specific partners, don't change that. It's going to be a long wait until we get Viva Gel here in the U.S. A long wait. Hopefully not as long as other people predict it to be. And all these other websites are saying it could be as sold as early as next month. Don't listen to them. My left arm is beginning to get very sore. Anyhow, I'm not going to take the time to bring up all the different news articles. I just want to show how the product looks like, okay? And yes, to do that, I'm going to use the SnapFlip app. Hopefully SnapFlip will be better than the other ones the other one that I was using, that one, I forgot what it was called already, but hopefully it'll be better than that other one. Yes, my left arm's getting very sore. I'll just keep my arm down here. As long as it doesn't go down towards my neck, I'm okay. So, the Viva Gel condoms are already being sold in Australia as Lifestyles Dual Protect. And it says it's coated with Viva Gel, but it's only available in Australia. To my Australian friends who keep themselves STD free, we can't. All right. Yeah, I need to move on to the defense because I have a third product I want to talk about yet, and it's going on an hour. I'm sorry, I need to get my arm cooking. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to get this one mirror flip app to work, and it's better on Android, my Android tablet. Oh, it froze now. Yes, it worked. You see that? Yeah, it worked. It worked, it mirrored it. Alright, so you can see it now. I can show you. This Viva Gel stuff. The only thing I got working against me here is the lighting. This is a computer rendered version of what Viva Gel would look like, but it's on all the official news websites. Mom, leave me alone. No, I can't video. God, I hate that when that happens. If you pull up any blog about Viva Gel or any posts from this website about Viva Gel, you usually often see that. You can do your own research about, because I could go on about Viva Gel for hours. I'm just bummed out that I can't use it, but there is a downside. I'll talk about that in a second. It's not as much as a downside of compared to the spermicides, which actually increase your risk for HIV. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I am going to talk about it. It's a side effect that's been being reported in the clinical trials. So it's the condoms that they are selling in Australia right now that have Viva Gel in them, and they're sold by Lifestyles, which is the Amcel company, the same company that makes skin condoms. I know you probably can't see that. You see that little like white dot right there? There's some text in there saying Viva Gel coating, but you can't see it. It's right there, but you can't see it because the picture's not clearing up enough for you to see it. See something showing up there. Okay, there. Now you can see some kind of text. It says Viva Gel coating is too blurry. Viva Gel, you kind of get the idea. At least I can actually have the ability to flip my images the other way so you can actually read the writing on them. Here's another one, another shot. Yes, these are the condoms right now currently being sold with the Viva Gel, which is it's a microcrobicide or something. Microbicide. These are the condoms right now currently being sold with the microbicide Viva Gel, and they protect against STDs. They're not 100%, but they like really reduce the chances of getting an STD significantly compared to regular condoms dramatically. I mean, they put 0.5 of this like active ingredient. The active ingredient is supposedly, it's some word that starts with an A. It's some type of sodium, and they put like 0.05% in it. I could never get up in front of a crowd and do a speech, can I? I have really, really bad impediments. I know it's because I have autism, okay? But I try my best. I've gotten speech therapy. Believe me, I've been through it all, okay? It's probably because I just get anxious and I'm not really, like, speaking fluently because my mind is, like, way ahead of my mouth, probably. That's what's going on. Okay, this is only going to take, like, 1 more minute. So I'm only going to have like 15 minutes to talk about defense soap. I think more people know about defense soap than Viva Gel, so. Oh God, my hair. Okay, Google, what is the active ingredient in Viva Gel?
Astatamir sodium.
It said astatamir sodium.
Sodium.
So you heard Google say. That is the active ingredient in Viva Gel. Probably makes my video pretty silly that I'd have Google talking in for me because of these big words that I can't say. In the biology fields, they have these big words, big scientific words that you can't say. Anyhow, I'm going to take a moment to talk about defense soap now. I think a lot more people know about defense soap than Viva Gel. And that's something that is available here in the U.S., unlike Viva Gel, but I'll talk about Viva Gel for a minute, a little bit more. I've been reading stuff about clinical trials that they've been having for Viva Gel, and, like, supposedly some of the women reported they called it low-grade inflammation or something, and, like, low-grade inflammation of the cervix. It didn't do any damage to the cervix, but it's just that they're inflammation. So basically, that's AKA just a fancy term for irritation, vaginal irritation. So, supposedly those condoms do irritate the vagina, and I don't know what it's like for the other end for the guys, but all I know is that some of the participants in a clinical trial were reported inflammation, which is irritation, but I don't know how big of a deal that is because, yeah, in some cases it might be worth it to protect yourself against STD for maybe just like a whole day of pain might be worth protecting yourself from that one really bad STD. But, yeah, that's a downside. And when I hear inflammation, I'm thinking bladder infection. So I'm sure there's got to be something. I don't know if that leads to something more serious or what, but that's just a downside of Viva Gel that I've heard about. only if you can even get a hold of it in the first place. So defense soap was initially used, the way it was founded, the origins of it were to prevent transmission of STDs between wrestlers. So they would scrub the wrestling floor mat with defense soap and whatever. It's a lot more well known than something like Viva Gel. I think a lot more people know about defense soap. But here's a picture of it. That is defense soap. So, yeah, they use it in like martial arts and stuff like that and everything, but they also said it's like safe for your skin and everything. And I read this one blog about some guy typed this one blog saying that he scrubs his genital area off with that after banging a chick because he said that the vagina is like a petri dish, which I do agree with, and that's why women are so vulnerable to STDs, because our vaginas like have a lot of bacteria in them. Like, that guy's right, yes, like a petri dish. Not to be offensive or anything, but yeah, you know, I don't mean it, you know, I'm sure he didn't mean it as derogatory or anything. He didn't mean it as a bad thing, but yes, that is so true. That the vagina is like a petri dish, yes. That's why women are so vulnerable to STDs, and that's why I've been putting off sex for, like, God, so many years I've been putting it off. It's mostly, defense soap is mostly marketed towards athletes. What defense soap does, yes, it has microboid or something like that, microbial, whatever that word is. It has that in it. It's supposedly antiviral soap. And if you hear anything about Viva Gel, the first thing you'll hear is that it's antiviral. Defense soap is antiviral. They have shower gel. They have foam. So I don't know if you can use this stuff as like lube during sex. I don't know if you can get away with using the gel or the soap as, like, you know, lube during sex. I don't know if you can get away with using it during sex. I'm still trying to decide that yet. But I read this one blog. This one guy uses it after sex, and he said that if any STDs got on him, it just scrubs off. But I know some of these things just soak right in you, like that, really quick. But supposedly it helps. Yes, it helps. If you put it on after sex, yes, it will help. And it will prevent some infections, yes. It won't prevent all infections, of course, if it just soaked right in you real fast. But it will help. Supposedly, from what I heard, it will help. You can they sell barrier. It says Defense Soap is a company that markets and sells soap, barrier cleaner, equipment cleaners, sanitary wipes, and more. Yeah, I don't know that barrier cream. If yeah, I don't know that barrier cream, if you can use that as like the same way you would use Viva Gel as like lube. I don't know. I'm still deciding that yet. The thing is about especially about Defense Soap, I have no clue where to buy that from. With the towel spermicides, yes, I know where to get those from now, but like I have to go shopping around a little bit just to see it from something like Target or Walmart. I don't know if they even have it in a gel, or there was a sponge version of it supposedly. I don't even know if you even have what I'm looking for, because every time these websites, they're like, no local pickup available. I don't know if they even had it, but all I know is this one list that had a whole list, Target, Walmart, all these places. I really want to get it from a grocery store because, if I don't use it, I want to be able to take it back. It might be very likely I might just end up not even using it and just use a condom. But yes, one of my main goals is to really get to know the guy before I go to the next level with him because, and no, it doesn't need to be like a serious boyfriend like what my mom said. No, I just need to get to know him. And another important thing is to know his history of how much of a risk he would potentially be because, you need to know what his sexual history is. That's important in just to know that they're trustworthy and that they're honest because there's a lot of guys who are liars out there. Maybe some, I don't know, not everybody has gotten tested and you can't expect everybody to get tested, just get laid. That's what somebody told me on Yahoo Answers one time. You can't expect everybody to get tested just to get laid. Not everybody's going to be able to find documentation, I know. I really need to take an effort to protect myself, and I know HIV will just go right through the condom, and so, well, HPV, it will just go right through the condom. It won't even matter because the germs are so small they just go right through the condom, and they also said that there's a portion of the genital area that the condom doesn't cover, so maybe I use defense soap on me and on the guy as well. But this one blog I found to be really helpful. It's called Danger and Play, How to Avoid STDs Part 2. This was written from a guy's perspective, which I find to be really, really helpful. I'm going to actually show 2 screenshots of it. I'm going to show the website title, and I'm going to show the beginning of the blog. Okay, real quickly. I know I have to wrap this video up because this is getting to be a really long video. And I know that that with now I can only broadcast for so many hours, and then my video gets cut short when I try to download it as an MP4 to put it up on YouTube. Yes, I put up all these broadcasts on YouTube. Okay, so this is Danger and Play. Okay. That's what it should look like right there. And this is the blog that the guy wrote. As soon as my phone unfrozen. Yes, how to avoid STDs Part 2. Okay. So this is a blog from a guy's perspective. He said American women are a petri dish, which is true. It says you will regularly come into contact with an STD, and it does not pose a serious threat to men. So basically, that's what he's saying. We're more vulnerable. He's basically saying you're the one who's really got to worry about it, not me, because you're the petri dish. So that was really helpful to know. Yeah. So I don't feel guilty about this all this retweeting with defense soap, Viva Gel, all this stuff, even the stuff that's the contraceptives. I don't feel the least bit guilty about all the research that I'm doing and everything. I think I'm just being really smart because, yes, he says as a woman you really need to worry about that, especially HPV, because that turns into cancer. And well, there's something else that I found out about, but I don't really want to talk about it because, like I said, I really don't want to do anything really invasive to my body. I'm just doing what I can. I don't want to do anything, not willing to do anything really invasive to my body and, like, play with my life or play with my health. Some of these STD, I guess some STD preventative care, I'll tell you, it's so dangerous to the point where you're like playing with your body and playing with your health and playing with your life even, that I'm not willing to do that, do something really invasive to my body that's unnecessary. No thanks, okay? He says, I immediately went home and lathered up my body with this stuff, Defense Soap. Defense Soap has tree oil in it. Tree oil is antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. STDs are just nasty bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Okay, so Defense Soap has antimicrobials, not a microbicide. Supposedly the other stuff is, I guess. I don't know for sure. But he said, this guy who wrote this stuff said it has antimicrobials in it. So, microbicide, but it's like, he said he also keeps a box of wipes. He said if you keep it well lubricated, that there's a better chance that you won't get the STD. And he said, he also mentioned that the best condom is the skin on his dick. Well, I'm still going to use a latex condom, but basically they're just saying, if the guy has raw skin, don't bang him, basically, is what I learned from this. But yeah, I learned a lot from this article. Whoever wrote this is very helpful for even women too. It's actually very helpful for women too because they know how to handle sexual situations better and what to not. I'm not saying we're gonna like tell our men what to do, no, but I'm just saying we better know how to handle ourselves sexually, even if it's from a guy's perspective, because knowing about, if you got a guy with a penis who knows about his penis and knows about the pussy, it's really helpful. You got somebody who knows about both worlds, and it really helps. So that's what this article is. He knows about both worlds, so he knows about the girls and he knows about the guys. So that's good. That's good. I really found this article very helpful, very reassuring kind of thing. He said that he uses Defense Soap after sex. But what this article doesn't answer, my other question is, can you use it during sex? Like, can you use it as, like, can you use it with your lube? Can you use it while during sex? And is it going to help prevent an STD too? Just keep it more sanitary if you use it during sex? Is the soap going to make it, like, more sanitary? I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think that would be very good for your body to use it during. I don't know. My gut feeling tells me no, but you never know. So I'm not done this research yet, and I don't even know where to buy Defense Soap. You can buy it off the internet, but locally, where they sell it or anything, like, I have no clue where to buy Defense Soap. I have plans for today, and it's going on 2 o'clock, so I really, really need to go. I want to buy Defense Soap, yes, because if I can use that after sex, and if it's going to kill some of the infection, if there was any infection that slipped through the condom or whatever, it supposedly kills HIV and HPV, and according to this guy, it does kill herpes, but I don't know. It's like, if you had sex and you were, like, banging for, like, more than 15 minutes up to a half hour and on, and it already slipped through the condom, it's like, I don't know what the Defense Soap is going to do if it already soaked into your body. I don't know. Maybe the Defense Soap needs time to soak in there too, but maybe, I know that viruses kind of rush to your immune system to affect your whole body, and I don't know if the virus would win before the soap would. I don't know, but all I know is I'm going to be just as cautious as I was planning to be before. I'm not going to let loose anymore. Now that I know that I have this Defense Soap, it's great. Great to know it's out there on the market, that it's available, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be any less cautious than I was planning on being before. I'm still going to be just as serious about this. Okay, so supposedly they sell Defense Soap at Walmart. Is it available in stores? I don't know, but I'm sure I can get it from somewhere, and I want to get this stuff before I have sex. So ideally, before I go on my first date on Tinder, I want to buy this stuff. What? Yes. Okay, my mom's calling me. She has some, like, food ready. See, it's not available. So I don't know both of this stuff, the topical birth control or the defense soap. I don't even know if I can get it locally. I mean, Los Angeles is a big city, so I virtually like have the whole city of Los Angeles because they really prefer to get it from a store. You know why? Because I can have a receipt, and I know that if I don't use it, that I can end up just taking it back because, yeah, it's true, some of this stuff may be unnecessary, but you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather overdo it than underdo it. I just gonna be that way, and I really don't want to catch HPV. I really don't. And I know that most of the STD testing clinics, according to this one book I got, don't test for HPV. So, and oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to talk about was like homemade STD test kits that are homemade S testing kits. I really want to get one that tests for HPV, but I don't know how. They have one that tests for herpes, 10-minute herpes test results, STD testing, home STD testing kit offered as a YouTube video on my STD Wizard. STD Kits 2016. I have a hard time really believing this stuff, it works. Somebody asked on Answers.com, is there a homemade STD test? It says, unfortunately, no. You must be tested by a doctor or at a hospital. That just goes to show. It says, now there's an FDA-approved it. Listen, if it's like 50% accuracy, if it works like 50%, I'll just take it, okay? If it's not a complete rip-off, and if it does work to some degree, if it's like maybe 50% accurate, if there are testimonials that people are saying that it works to some degree, yes, it does work. If people are not, I really have to do my research on that though. I will definitely buy it, hopefully from a store, so I could take it back if I don't use it. But I really want to get one that tests for herpes and HPV because I want to get those. People get tested for that less. They get tested more for HIV. It's still important to test for HIV too. So I'm going to be just as cautious as I was before. But I feel better. I feel more reassured that there is such thing as Dean soap, which Viva Gel is not available, and that there's topical control, that you don't have to take the pill. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna use that because it says it increases your risk for HIV, so I don't think I'm gonna use that. But defense soap, that's the one I'm really looking into with a strong urgency to say yes to. Is I'm saying yes so far to defense soap. It looks like a good product. Looks like this product that I found out everything, and it doesn't cause any irritation like Viva Gel, but Viva Gel is really powerful and just really powerful too, but it's not even available here in the US. So the best two products I found are Viva Gel and Defense Soap, but Viva Gel's not available in the US. It's only available in Australia, so it's like nobody can really get it. I heard it was okayed in Japan too, so it's available in Japan and Australia.